Hey guys, Sam Shepler here, and I want to talk about the decision making thought process around branding your company or your business as your personal brand versus having a business brand. And by personal brand, I mean your website would be yourname.com, and for a business brand, you'd come up with a business name. So, this is the way that I think about this. The real question is, who is your target audience? Who are you going to be selling to? And if you're going to be selling to individuals, and by individuals I mean the general public. For example, if you're selling coaching services or anything that's going to be targeting just your audience being individuals, it's generally speaking, just get started with your own name. The reason for that is a couple things. For one, you're probably going to change your offer quite a bit over time, and having a personal brand as your brand allows you to really modify your offer and evolve it as needed. Second of all, the general populace is very comfortable and even prefers buying from an individual. So you can really build trust, and it totally works. Secondly, or lastly, actually, you can always update it over time. So if you find a really good fit in terms of your target audience and a product or service that you're delivering to them, and you have what's called product market fit, you can always add or rebrand and have a company brand, and this is fairly common. So again, just to recap, if you're selling to a general consumer audience, selling to people, get started with your personal brand. Now, if you're selling to businesses, this is where it gets a little more potentially complicated. So my thought process around this, and what I've personally used and what I've personally seen work, is that basically the larger the business that you're selling to, the less receptive the buyers at that business will be to buying from a personal brand. So you'll probably be fine for like a small business owner. If you're selling something like social media marketing services to small business owners and you're dealing directly with the business owner, that would be a situation where your personal name would be totally fine as a brand and probably preferable. But once you start getting further selling, or if you're targeting large businesses or even small businesses that are 50 plus people, and you're selling to you're initiating conversations with like a mid-level manager, then there's a pretty good reason why you're going to want to think about a company brand. And that's just because it feels a lot less risky for the person that you're selling to accept a meeting or a call with a company brand. Generally speaking, people who you're going to be selling to at businesses over 25 people, and certainly large businesses over 500 people, they're not used to buying things from individuals. They feel comfortable buying things from companies. And there's an old adage here that you may have heard. It's no one ever got fired for buying IBM. And basically, what that means is that, back, I think it was maybe the 80s, basically, a lot of people would just buy IBM because it was a safe bet. The people that are buying, they have bosses too, and their primary motivations for buying is to move up in their organization, generally speaking. So they don't want anything too risky, and they want something that they can trust will work and make them look good. And when you're selling to a larger company and it's yourname.com, that doesn't necessarily convey what they're used to. They're typically used to also buying from larger businesses. So, if you're a single person or a solopreneur who wants to sell to large businesses, that is a situation where I would suggest not using your personal brand and coming up with a company brand. But yeah, that's basically the breakdown. So in summary, if you're just selling to the general public, and it's totally fine to use your personal brand, your personal name as your brand, and it's actually preferable. Individuals like to buy from other individuals, and also your offer is going to evolve over time a lot. So having a more general name that's not specific, because it's just your name, is going to allow you to do that natural evolution that is very important as you're getting feedback from your market. But if you're selling to larger businesses, definitely I would suggest coming up with a brand name and coming up with a company name, even if it's just you. The reason being is that as you're trying to get their attention, it'll just be easier to get their attention. Whether it's doing direct outreach, that's just who they're used to buying from. They're people and businesses. They're looking to totally minimize risk, right? So you're able to sell to them in the way that they're used to being sold to, which is typically by other businesses. And yeah, so I hope that was helpful. If you're interested in any other content like this, subscribe and leave a question in the comments. I reply to all the questions personally, and I'll see you in the next video.